I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. Hello. It is a bit depressing, isn't it? Well, thanks for rejoining me, Alex. I can't believe that that for various reasons, this game's fine to run, but LKS isn't. Oh well. There is some cool stuff to show off in new that I'll do in a second. Let's just hope for the best with this one, eh? How's everyone doing for the second time? Yeah, that is kind of it. There's a horrible irony to the fact that I'm playing that on Little King Story's sacred birthday, we have to play this tragedy. Anyway, I will also say that if you want to see the beginning of New Little King Story, we played blind. That I believe that Pharaoh Treble is playing it. The Discord and Blue Sky page and stuff do have it. So have the link to his Twitch and stuff. Actually, I'll see if I can quickly grab that link now. I'll see if I can wait for some people to come back and then see what comes of that. Which one is it? Oh, is it this? Oh, it's this one. Yeah. We'll play some of this file to start with. After 16 years, it's time for something new. How do we make it out? Well, thank you all for coming back. I can see that the viewership just came back immediately, which is nice. Because it's always I am Hausa. Right, so, my idea for this now is that this is a 100% save file of this game. And I also have several. This is a blackboard. I also have several like completed saves that aren't 100%, some saves just before the final boss, things like that. So if any, so if anyone has any like requests of things they'd like to see, for example, if you want to see me use the gun, if you want to see me use Verde in the final battle, this is going to be a like request taking stream essentially. Good referencism, even. But yeah, this is like a request stream. If there's anything you want to see, I'll put that in chat. I want to see a villager crush a loaf. So let's pin that message. There we go. Yo! Hey, Butch McPuxel. So we were going to play Little King Story's Tyrant Mode, because I've never played it before, but despite my computer being fine with that in the past, it was not fine with that today. So now we're playing Little King Story, but we have beaten this game. So this is just going to be any bonus content you want to see me cover, any of the... if you want to see me like make an army out of new citizens or new like items, if you want to see me do any of the Final Princess quests, if you want to see me take any do anything in the final battle that I didn't do the first time round, like take a different princess and things like that. That's kind of what we're doing here, because I don't want to stream for too long, and unfortunately I can't stream the game I actually wanted to play. I'm actually just gonna quickly grab something. But yeah, let me know. Oh, if you want to see the beach unload, there you go. Hey, fish. Alright, I see no particular requests, so... do you guys just want to see the firing squad? I can break out the firing squad. I'd like to see Liam. We cannot see Liam. Oh, I'm so sorry, Larry. This is New Little King Story because we were gonna play. I thought you were free. I thought I was free. We were gonna play Little King Story's hardest difficult. My goodness, looks like grayscale. Oh my word. So we're gonna play Little King Story's hardest difficulty, but it crashed, and it looks like there's no way to get it working. So I've unfreed myself, and we're now doing requests. When were there guns? Because less colour's more realistic, because real life doesn't have guns. Oh, is this it? No. Wait, is it? Let me check my citizen list. Okay. Why do I have the miner on me? I don't think I need you. Okay, let's have a look. Since when would they go? Well, yeah, hiya, Poke. We were gonna play actual Little King Story and do hardest difficulty stuff, but unfortunately, none of that today because it stopped working. Anyway, this is Tyrant Mode for the soul. What a brilliant way to put it. Anyway, so this is the Foreign Huntsman. This is a unique job class to New Little King Story. It's one of... Hey, Fishman! So there's 3 job classes that are new to this game. Well, kind of. There's actually a few, because there's the chickens and the Oni units that you can hire through Shizuka. But there are 3 that are gotten through the alchemy system, and one of them wields a gun. And I've not actually seen the Minecraft movie, but I do understand that reference. But yeah, so one of them wields a gun. One of them is useless, and one of them makes me a little upset, actually. I think that's the setup I want. I'm just looking for... Hey, Duck Pancake. Are you coming to join the stream? Good on you, little dude. Where are you? I know. Have I gone? I've probably not gone past him because he's so forgettable. Is that it? Yeah, that's in there. Right, this is one of the other new job classes. This is the Carefree Gnome. He is a carefree adult that gives a slight bonus to alchemy, but like so do chefs. Like cooks, they also give a bonus to alchemy. And he is incredibly rare. Like, he's super hard to get for no reason. Because if you didn't know, the alchemy system, you have to get the right materials, and to get these job classes, to cook the job classes, you have to get really rare materials, and then you have to wait 3 real-life hours to see whether it is a successful recipe or an unsuccessful recipe. And it's about a 1 in 2 chance with the maximum possible, like, all these bonuses, like giving all your chef. You basically, like, hire people to stir the recipe, or the pot, or whatever. It got even more useful. Carefree Adult 2, yeah. So, like, you send jobs to, like, cook this man, essentially. Like, out of a pot. And like a mobile game, yes. This game has a lot of mechanics added that are a lot like a mobile game. It's it's not good. And yeah, so you use all your bonuses. You have a 1 in 2 chance, or for this guy who just gives you a slight bonus to the thing you already did. Then you can do that. Yeah, and then the other 2 are we have the the huntsman who wields a gun, who is by far the most interesting addition. There's actually a little bit of like stuff going on with this character. He can't wield any weapons. Can he get any boosts? Oh. He can do an extra attack against a chicken? Oh, but it's on someone else. Okay, that'll be fun. Let me just check if my... At least one of these has to have the Oni mask. No? Who's got the Oni mask? Oh. I mean, you have Shish Kebabu's wig, but... Oh, you... There we go. Ah, I remember now. Right, we'll go there. Hi, Chillfree. Yes, we have the gun. And then finally, this is the final one. I've put a load of random stuff on her, so you can't really see it. But this is the Wandering Swordsman. There's her actual outfit. And basically, she's a Steel Knight, except that she isn't nerfed like the actual Steel Knight is in this game. Because the thing is, in this game, they overhauled the item system to change people's appearances and do tons more damage. And, you can wear, a hat and armor, and you can wield a sword, not one or all the others. And they just do, plus 10 and heal everything, and it's just the most broken thing you can imagine. It doesn't really matter what you're wearing. But yeah, you can see, attack plus 10. The legendary sword in the original is just attack plus 1, and it's a bit faster. Right? So, it's just, imagine, yeah, you can wield attack plus 10, then you can have a hat that's attack plus 3, and then we can have, the legendary blue dress for 9 plus health. All on the same person, right? The thing is, because they change your appearance, and because the Steel Knight is a living suit of armor, you can't change the Steel Knight's appearance. They won't let you change the Steel Knight's appearance. So therefore, in order to do this, they made it so that he can't wear armor, which makes him worse than everyone else, because the armor and weapons and everything... And he also, for some reason, can't equip weapons. He could in the original. There's no reason why he couldn't equip a weapon in this. But the Steel Knight in this one can't use these super powerful options that everyone else has. If I can find him. There he is. This is the Steel Knight. You can see he has a crossed out sword. So in the original he could use weapons and armor. Now he can't. But now the weapons and armor are so broken that a grunt soldier does more damage than his diving attack does. Right? A single grunt soldier does more damage than this guy's dive. Just in one hit with just a weapon, basically. Just giving him a weapon. And I mean, you can see this. Look, this is you can see the attack value. This is the Steel Knight ripoff who can use weapons and armor. They're exactly the same. It's just that she can use weapons and armor like he could in the original. And she has 14 attack, whereas he has 1. Yeah, they did him so dirty. I'm literally so confused. It's literally just that they buffed all the weapons and armor to be so overpowered that everything dies instantly. And then for some reason the Steel Knight can't use weapons and armor in this game, so they made a clone of him who can, which makes the Steel Knight completely worthless. Because why, even though he still has his dive attack, why would you use him when this game introduces a broken weapon system that everyone else is using that is going to do more damage every hit than he could possibly dream of, even with his dive attack. So that's the sad state of this. Those are our 3 stars. I actually did not know that these jobs existed until literally a couple months ago, and then I went and unlocked them. So we're gonna have some fun with them today. I'm just gonna show this off on stream. And we're going to bring the Steel Knight with us, just so I can compare them for you. And we're not even just going to bring the Steel Knight with us. Do we have a grunt soldier that I can, demonstrate what I mean? Can I give you anything really powerful? Oh no, because I have to unequip it from other people. That's annoying. Why do you look like a Fortnite skin? It's balanced with a we made everything busted mod, but as an actual... Yeah, it's... how does the Rainbow Wizard work in this? He's exactly the same, except he can't equip anything as well. And he now has unlimited ammo. So he's still not useful at all, because he can't equip anything. But, he has unlimited ammo. So there's that. They bothered to redesign him, despite the fact that you'd never use him in this game. He's somehow even worse. What in the Final Fantasy is this design? Yeah, yeah. Recently, for some reason, I had an obsession watching video games that Google translated or area. I wonder if there's a mod for that so I can have a good laugh. Ah, I see. He does look a bit like a Heartless, yeah. It's a very weird game. Who... Oh, that's one of the... Oh yeah, she has the Oni mask, I see. Cool. So, we're going to grab, for our little demonstration, where is she? He just gets to wear that in this game. Also, if you couldn't hate this game enough, this is Iris. She is stated to actually be an adult, unlike, like, Ferne. There goes my baby. Hiya. Hey, Sanchez. Anyway, this is Iris, who's stated to be an adult. All of the ages in the original are kept ambiguous, but in this one they specifically call her an adult and another character, and Amabile a child. She is wearing a policewoman uniform, so take that how you will. Anyway. How do we show this off? Let's show off just how asinine this weapon system is. I would like to get the club, but I can't remember who's wielding the club. Maybe I'll do that later. Yes, they do. Yes, that is also true. That is a fact. Wish I had the DLC so I could show that. The DLC's so stupid. Genuinely, I'm gonna go on like a proper like talk about this in the video that I'm writing for NLKS. I think that the people who made this were kind of told, like, we don't really like the gameplay. We don't care about the gameplay. So therefore, make the gameplay like a numbers go up thing, and therefore people don't have to play the game. And like, I get that LKS's gameplay isn't like perfect, but it is real sad that essentially what seems to have happened is that they were told like nerf, like make it so that you don't have to do like the whole like charge and retreat, that's LKS. They were like, get rid of that. Like just make sure that the player doesn't have to engage with that system. Because that's too confusing, it'll turn people off. That's why the original game didn't sell, where Konami want to sell copies. So in order to sell copies, make the game a numbers go up game where you don't have to engage with that. Just make it so that it's like cheap rewards, essentially. Anyway, so if we use Iris's boost, and then we throw out the guns, there's your firing squad. There's the firing squad. Also, I'll try and demonstrate it even bit. Yeah. Oh, okay. We have another. If we had, okay. Let me show you what I mean about like this. So the Steel Knight still has this. Okay, look, that's a fair bit of damage, yeah? Ow, dang it. Right, that's a fair bit of damage. Okay. But then we have the Wandering Swordsman. Like he sells his original thing. We're also going to boost it with Iris's thing just to make this really funny. If she does this, look how much damage that was! And then, oh, she attacked afterwards, but still. So he did that little bit of damage, like the Steel Knight does. But then... but then we have this woman who does, like, double that. And then just can keep attacking for a bit and dead, you know? So it's just... Whereas, like, the Steel Knight, if we let him do his thing, he still gets his dive attack. Yeah, exactly. So he still gets this dive attack, but then look, like, like, because he can't use items, that's the most damage you're getting out of it. But, like, the moment you start introducing, like, special a bit... Okay, well, to be fair, we used Iris's ability earlier. So let's use Iris's ability with the Steel Knight. Okay. Okay, he does, like, okay. Let's throw in the Item Woman. Like, why would you ever... You still have to go through everything to get the Steel Knight in this one, like you did in the original. But why would you bother? Like, genuinely, why would you do that when you have this other one that's so much better that you can get for pretty much the same ordeal? Alright, so this is a Crab Oni. The reason I wanted to find some Oni is because one of my guys also has a boost to attacking Oni. So there we go, here's the firing squad.
Already done? Call me back sometime.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, by the way, because this is near Sober Manjaro, we are entering a camera zone where there's a camera restriction. That's what the top left means. So the game's actually putting us in the original. This is the original camera mode from Little King Story, because New Little King Story got rid of this. But there's a few areas like here where, because of camera restrictions, it's the same. We'll put into that original, like, more isometric view. Anyway, let's just firing squad and use the and she's, yeah, just dead. Right? This is why I kind of wanted to show this off. But yeah, this is we've run out of Iris's ability now. But just look at the damage. Look at this freaking damage.
Hey, nice one.
Anyway, this is now New Little King Story's camera, so you can see the isometric view's not here anymore. Yeah, LKS angles and NLKS just look insane. They look weird. Okay, let's see. The firing. This UMA has a lot of. He has a lot of health. Let's just compare. So Steel Knight, most powerful unit in the original game. Oh, look how pathetic he is. Ah, let's go against his big sister. It's just. And then let's just finish him off with a firing squad. Yep, there you go. This is just 9 units as well.
What is this?
Oh yeah, to try and make the game run better, they also got rid of, like New Island no longer has its entrance, for example. Like, the entrance here is gone. They got rid of, like, the stuff on the floor as well. You know what? Let's just firing squad it. Oh dear me. Did they code this with their feet? wonder if we can target this guy from the other side. That'd be hilarious. Oh my gosh, we can. Go guns! Oh, we can hit them over the Oh. I won't lie, the firing squad is the most fun thing in New Looking Story. But I would like to point out, you have to wait 3 hours to see if your recipes work or not, and they can fail. And I had, like, maximum boosts and everything on my recipes to try and make sure they wouldn't fail, and they still failed every 2 times. Plus, my game crashed a few times. Fun fact, yeah, I don't know if it's an overflow error, but I found that if I left New Looking Story running on without putting it into standby mode, the game crashed a little bit. So, it took about probably 15 attempts of 3 hours each to get this whole squad right here. This is like 30 hours of waiting. Hi, Isolade. It's not even a remake, it's a ROM hack. They literally just took the code and edited it because they were given permission to, without consulting any of the original devs, and this is what we got. Are we gonna do more Minecraft videos with your friends? Oh gosh, are you talking about LuxCore? Yeah, we're planning more LuxCore. We'd love to. Unless you're talking about the what's it? Here's the metal Oni, by the way. Oh wait, no, that was the albino Oni. Oh, apologies. Anyway, so here's the. There we go, firing squad. Oh wait, there's another metal Oni. Oh. And we're done. Where can I find the Minecraft? So we're planning on doing some more. The only Minecraft things I've done is LuxCore. LuxCore was an hour-and-a-half like movie essentially, where we tried to survive. Yeah. So I'm gonna find a link to LuxCore, then that'd be good. I did also play Minecraft a long time ago on this channel back in 2020. Gosh. And I do plan on returning to recreating Little King Story's world in Minecraft. However, life's been very busy for all of us, so me too, as you can imagine. And the giant crab is dead. I'm going to sleep. Good night, everybody. This is a reasonable time. Well done. Very good. Love to hear it. Good night, Chief. Yeah, Maze is another real wild project he's working on. I really look forward to seeing that. Why is the crab purplish? It's a new crab. It's like the super crab Oni. He has like twice as much health. Not that it matters, because you saw how easily he went down. Also, Sanchez, if you are at all available, you are allowed to like join me in the commentary booth. Just shoot me a DM if you want to, dude. But I also know circumstances today, so don't worry. I forget that Jumbo Champloo isn't here. This is always weird. Talk about a liminal space. Where he go? Where my man? A long time ago in 2022 being the same sentence. Anti-process 2022. No, 2020. It was 2020 that I did the Minecraft thing, I think. Jumbo Champloo isn't in this game now. You got it, Chief. No worries. I just saw the GIF you posted in the LKS channel, Amoeban. Is this boss music in the game? Haha, no. My final message, goodbye. Okay, so if you thought that like all of the items in this game are broken, like the fact that we have the Wandering Swordsman with the +20, She's got, I can show you the menu actually. They deleted Champloo. But we can look at, our citizens. Let's have a look, see? Hello, Carol. So she's got so in the original game, power up gives you +1, and up's attack gives you +1 and quicker attacks. In this one, we just have stuff like +10, and then she can also wear a second item, a hat, for attack +3. Meaning that she's doing like 13 damage per hit or something crazy. So, this is, yeah. This is kind of the problem. This is the main problem. But then they add DLC to this game. This isn't even going into the fact that you have like so much like life +9s and +7s and there. But they added DLC to this game, and they wanted to have DLC weapons and armor. But like, how do you make it worth buying if the DLC in this game is already so powerful? Well, they added devil armor and devil hats, which means that every so often you get a critical hit where you do ×10 damage. And you can have up to 2 of these on the same person. And in the same DLC, they also added weapons that do +20 damage, meaning that you should be able to do either... we're not completely sure how it works, but it means that you can do 210 damage in one hit twice as often if you use both of them. We think that's how it works. It could be that they stack, and it's ×10 and ×10 again, meaning that you do 2,100 damage in one hit. We're not sure how it works, but either way, at the very least, you can either do lots of 210 damage hits, or the occasional 2,100 damage hit. We do not know, and this also works on Kings, because the thing is that status effect... Right, because this is the game that has, where is where is it? The huge ninja star. This has the infrequently kills instantly thing, which kills enemies instantly every so often. And for some reason, there's like the huge ninja star. There's tons of these in the game, so it's like you can do this a lot, but it doesn't work on bosses. That's the one caveat. But the ×10 critical hit thing does work on bosses, so you can one-shot bosses with the DLC in this game. It's really, really... Yeah, there you go. It's you know, yeah, absolutely play through the game and see what you can get out of it, Meebs. But I also did want to try something else. Yeah. Let's return to the castle. I'm going to see if I can get something to work. Do I have any attack boosts? That's a good question. Lots of heals that you can drink as well, that you could just carry on you. I don't have any attack boosts. Oh, interesting. I was hoping for it. You can also boost your attack with like drinks and stuff that like temporarily. Got to go, no problem. Yeah, the game's not balanced. Again, I think it's because they didn't like Little King Story's gameplay when they were told to code this. So they just tried to make it so that you don't have to play it. Can it kill the final boss? The DLC stuff, yes. You can probably insta-kill the final boss with it. The huge ninja stars in this base game, the vanilla game, no, I don't think it can. But, no, well, I know it can't, but yeah. But let's see. Let's get rid of our... Let's get rid of some of this for a bit. trying to do some theory crafting just to show how insane this gets. Yeah, carefree adult. Okay. Just look at this. +7 and sometimes stuns. Yep, they removed the paintings. They did, yes. Anyway, so if we give him the legendary sword... And we... I just want to... I'm looking for... There's the huge ninja stars. There's the... We're looking for the hat, the Oni hat. It might be one of my... Oh, it's one of my gunmen, wasn't it? There we go. So this hat does twice as much damage to Onis. So... Let's give that to little Avery. Let's see how Avery does with this hat. Oh, and I kind of want to give you... is there anything else I can give you, like, in your clothes? Nothing that I think is going to affect damage. Because honestly, enemies die so quick that, like, the life doesn't... The fact that you have the friggin' samurai armor doesn't even matter. But anyway, just to rub in... Dwight, sing us a little song. What song? Just to show you what I mean, here is the Steel Knight, and here is a carefree adult. Alright? And, let's see if we can find some Oni men. Usually there's some that spawn over here, but... Oh, we're not getting lucky. Sing the Jumbo Champloo song? The legendary hero versus Bob from accounting, yes. Okay. Okay, here's 2 Oni men. So... here we have a Steel Knight versus an Oni man. This is hard mode. Okay. Cool, cool. Let's send in Bob from accounting. And there's your carefree adult. That's your there's your carefree. Look at that damage that the Steel Knight did, and then there's your carefree adult. And this is what I mean, like, the weapons and item system in this game, it's so overbearing, because it just, like, at this point, it just doesn't matter what jobs you're using. Like, sure, you need a miner to get through big rocks, and a lumberjack to get through big logs, and a farmer to dig cracks, and, like, a builder to build, but then after that, like... When it comes to, like, damage, it doesn't really matter who you're sending in, as long as they have, like, the good weapons and armor. Like, it just doesn't matter. So... And I think it's because they just wanted to make a game that's all about making numbers go big, instead of a game where you have to learn patterns and, like, time attacks and stuff. Oh, here's another original Little King Story camera angle. And then there's the new Little King Story one. And then there's the Little King Story one. And I think they did it because they just didn't because they thought, well, Little King Story didn't sell very well because in Japan. So how do we make sure it sells? Well, let's get rid of the gameplay that's more unique, because that might make people not buy the game. What if we make the gameplay more generic, more about just, like, getting, like, good equipment and stuff? Maybe then it will sell, right? And then I think this is the kind of approach to the whole game. It's like, what if the story's generic and won't, you know, it doesn't make you think too much? It doesn't have, like, a twist ending. Oh yeah, this game doesn't have the twist ending, if you didn't know. It doesn't have anything like that. It's like, because that, that might not sell if it's like, making people think too much. They just want like a forgettable game, So sure, we'll make the story generic. Let's make the art style might turn people off. Maybe people find it cutesy, but everyone loves anime. The ending is that we defeat the devil king, the nightmare king. He's a new character that shows up and is really evil, and then we just defeat him at the end, and then that's it. That's it. So, yes, LKS Stock Market Edition. And it's just all these, like, how do we make it? Well, let's add a battle pass. This game had a battle pass, by the way. That's where the DLC came in. From Hey, it's me, the devil. I'm that one. Don't make people think, that's it. It's like making the most generic game to try and make a return. Which makes me think, like, why did Konami even end up with a license to this game if they... Yeah. Like, why did Konami, get a license to this game if they didn't want to make the game? And if they want something that sells, were they just trying to prove that they can make anything sell? Like, hey, Marvelous, Loki Story didn't sell, but we could tweak it to make sure it sells. And Marvelous were like, sure, go ahead. And then they made something, like, they basically said, get rid of everything that makes LKS unique and, likable. Make something forgettable and kind of bad. And then that, so therefore, like, maybe it'll sell. And it didn't sell, by the way. It really didn't. This game sold even worse than the original, if I remember correctly. Because even a game that didn't sell too well because it made an IP is better than a game that has no identity whatsoever. Ugh. It had a battle pass, so you could get all of the sexy costumes for your underaged characters as they released, and you could also get all of the super powerful items they released. Anyway. I don't think we made any progress there, so let's see. I think it's the... Oh gosh, which one is it? So this is the game Beaten. Oh, that's also the game Beaten. Ah, okay. I'm seeing what we're up to. Okay. So this is a file from just before the final boss. I want to show you guys something really stupid, okay? So, I'm going to ask you all, if you have a search engine available, go and search up New Little King Story DLC. Because New Little King Story's DLC mainly came in the form of... I've come full circle, this game's pretty cool. New Little King Story's DLC mainly came in the form of, like, items that you could give the girls. Basically... where do I start? Okay. So you know how weapons and armor now change the appearance of your characters in this game? Which is, by the way, why so many of these people don't look like their original units. Like, you can't tell who some of these people are. Who is that guy wearing a ninja cap mask? Who's the guy wearing the Mecha Oni suit? So, you can also give weapons and armor to the princess. Well, not weapons, sorry. You can give armor to the princesses. If we go on the citizen list, you can go down to Apricot and see she sure is wearing something. Like, you can give them various, like, armor and stuff. Most of them aren't wearing anything because I don't think I used them. But yes, you can equip them with certain armor. By the way, unlike the original game, the armor is gendered in this game, so you're only allowed to give them, like, dress-based armor. Things like that. You know. Yeah, you can't give them anything masculine, unfortunately. So yeah, this is what you're stuck with. Now the thing is, you can do that because they like technically units. They're counted as like units. Corbo gets his own unique set, by the way, so that's like he gets that, and there you go. These don't actually do anything. I think they're entirely aesthetic. So yeah. Anyway, just so keep that in mind, you can dress them up because they are technically counted as units in this game because you can hire princesses in this game, which you couldn't in the original. But all they do is let you use their special ability. Aesthetic for the 3 pixels on screen. Exactly. I'm glad we're all understanding this masterpiece of a game. Ah yes, Shizuka's ability imprisonment. Yeah, Shizuka's ability is that you can hire there's a couple UMA and a couple animals that you can hire, which is, I think you can see, we have the dog. Yeah, so like the dog and the cat, and I don't think we have any Oni, but you can get some Oni as well, so things like that. Anyway, so just keep that in mind. You can hire princesses and do that kind of whatever I'm trying to say. You can put them in armor. It'll increase their like durability because they follow you around. All the princesses do is a passive ability that they have a limited amount of. So Apricot's is increasing the power of Korobo's sword because he has a sword in this game, because of course he does. Shizuka's is capturing like small animals. Amabiel's is healing. Sakura's is putting up defensive shields. Kokomo's is stunning, and what else do we have? Karina's is firing lasers. Iris is increasing attack for a little bit. Yeah, and that's all of them. Okay, but in the final battle, you have to it kind of mirrors the original a little bit because you have to choose a princess to take with you to the end. Right? So whichever princess you choose at the end will also become your hired unit princess. So like that's also the princess you're going to be using in the final battle. The lag is horrible. The lag is despicable. Anyway. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to choose Apricot. I genuinely didn't mean to choose Apricot. Frick, no, I forgot to do this. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Okay, it's fine, because it kind of shows it off, but we'll have to redo this, because I was skipping the dialogue too fast. So you might have noticed that Verde isn't an option there. That's actually kind of what I want to talk about. So if we go to status, we can see... Oh, actually, she's not. Oh, no, there she is. There we go. There's Apricot. And we can also change her outfit in this screen, by the way. Okay? This is all going to be quite relevant. So the reason that Verde is not actually an option is because I've not actually done her quest yet. So I'm gonna go do a quest real quick, and then we're gonna kind of show the fun problem. That's not the worst outfit in the game, but I don't know if I want to show the worst ones in the game, but it is one of the most common. Anyway, just to show off like an ability, let's hire you.
By the way,
Let's just bring Sakura with us, just so you can see what Sakura like what this is all about. So like, if I press the select button, then she does her passive ability, which right now is giving me a slight like invincibility for a little bit. Everything's just grey outside. Or like maybe just like extra defensiveness. But that's it. It's like you use, and you see it in the bottom left, it says 0, like 1, and it has like a little emptying meter. That's because she is it's using up her like special ability or whatever. Anyway, let's pay Verde. I can feel the frame drop with the magic. Yep. Alright. Honestly, I might not have a PS Vita, but I need to find a way to play LKS just because I'm curious. After all, you can only criticize a game when you have the controller and the game on your hands. No problem, but so it's okay. Yeah, well, I felt quite the same way. I already knew this game was gonna... Like, I was told for years, like, you can't dislike this game until you've played it. And I was like, trust me, I don't think playing it is going to change my opinion. Because I've read the dialogue on YouTube videos, I've seen the art style. The game is not going to be redeemed by its gameplay. And the worst part is, I think the gameplay is the worst part of this game. I actually think it's worse than the disgusting dialogue and the frigging the art style. Oh yeah, it's really rare. Like, firstly, no one has a Vita. Secondly, good luck getting a copy of this game. Oh, hello, Duck. Sorry, my cat Duck is under the table. Who's a good cat? I mean, you're not, because you're attacking my feet now. You can go lie on the bed if you want, Duck. Anyway, let's see. Can we get... Yeah, that's it. It's like... nothing was going to change from actually playing it. But actually it did, because I just like the game even more now. Name 10 good things about this game. The music. There's some original music in here that's good. The gun. I quite like the gun. I think the gun is fun. The final battle's actually kind of fun. The Mechanicon-y fight is kind of fun, but you don't get to see it because of the everything. I like the idea of taking princesses everywhere. However, for some reason, the princesses run slower than everyone else, so they so if they get hit, then they die. And some attacks you can't really outrun, so they'll trail behind you and then die. And the princesses, once they run out of their special abilities, there is nothing they can do outside of like in battle. So they are, no pun intended, essentially dead weight. Like they run, like they're just there to get hit because they've run out of their ability. But I like the idea of the princesses. I like the idea of expanding the weapons system. I'm naming good ideas. Say what again? No, dead weight. Oh, right, I say. Yeah, the thing is, this game also, I'm pretty sure, like, the PS Vita emulators aren't very good. So, like, nobody could play this game for ages to check that it was as bad as it looked. And then I was lucky, because I bought the game myself, but I got the PlayStation TV, which lets me play it from for a birthday. There is still that one Japanese copy for $23. Hey. Thank you, Chill Fruit. Very funny. Thank you, Pastor Priest. It's okay. What a thing to say. What a thing to say, Iris. No. Because I'm not doing the Doctor quest. It's not the Doctor is exactly the same, except he has, like, unlimited ammo again. Alright, we're almost done with this then. Are there any more questions people want answering about this game? I mean, we did play through the whole thing, so there are a lot of questions answered in that. But I get that not everyone watched the entire 30-hour stream series. Yeah, there are quite a few copies on eBay. Honestly, this game... So here's the thing. I didn't play it for ages, partially because I didn't have a PS Vita. But also, in the pandemic, it was like 50... It was £50. It was like a full retail price. I want to see the devil to wait. Well, we are going to see the devil, but I just want to show something to do with that. So... That's the... Yeah, like, if they wanted to give LKS, like, a second... Like, an overhaul, there are things to do. But they'd have to come from a place of love. And this game comes from a place of hate. Like, I don't like to be mean towards games. I don't like to argue in bad faith. Because I think it can be a bit anti-art. But this is... This game is made in bad faith, and this game is anti-art. So I don't... Anyway. So, just like the original, we have to pay Verde in full. Goblin job. A goblin job? Do you mean the gnome? Okay, I think it doesn't... Money doesn't matter. Oh, she gives the money back. I forgot she does that. Oh yeah, no, they could have. The game could have been fine if they kept it like the original, but the people who made this game kind of seem to hate the original. And this isn't me exaggerating. There's a lot of points in this that suggest that, like, they didn't want to make this game. I'm just very quickly going to save this.
Want to save?
It's this one, isn't it? Yes.
Yep, I saved it.
Okay. Why respect something that does not respect you? No, it doesn't. It's a game that feels disrespectful. It doesn't feel right. I don't think you should be able to take, especially because Little King's Story is such a personal game. It's like if someone made, like, I don't know. Like if someone made their own version of Undertale. There we go. Imagine new Undertale. It's Toby Fox is not involved, and they think that Undertale, you know, it has a few too many messages. It's a bit too charming, so they make it like an anime thing, and now everyone swears. And actually, you can just tank all the hits from the damage that you take, because due to items, so you don't even have to memorize all those pesky bullet patterns. And that's how this feels. They should have made this a sequel. They wouldn't have made this. They wouldn't have made a sequel because the people who made this didn't want to make a sequel. They didn't really want to make a Little King's Story game. Again, this was made by Konami, not Marvelous. Marvelous published the original, and it was coded by like Town Factory and Sing. And then like a few. The main developers were kind of like freelancers, like Ishiro Komura. But none of the people who worked on the original worked on this, so they were never going to make a real sequel. But the worst part is, this is, as you can see, this is the same game as the original, just edited. But they still sold it. It's weird. In the marketing for this game, they called it a sequel, a reimagining, and a remake. it's not really any of them. It's kind of a reimagining, but really it's just a ROM hack of the original. They called it a new version. They called it a sequel. They called it a follow-up. They called it a reimagining. They called it a remake. They called it a port. Just everything. Yeah, it feels like a Netflix thing. Right, let's skip through this, but this time we're not going to pick Apricot. It's a sequel boot. Lazy and all over the place. It looks like they weren't even sure if they wanted to make this a sequel or a remake. Horrible's much older. Yeah. Well, at the start of this game, they say that the castle, that Corbo has, like, the castle, and they show it, and it's the castle from the first game, but it was taken over by the Devil King. So it makes it look like, oh, it takes place after the original. Like, he had this amazing castle, but it was taken over, right? But then we fight the Oni King at the beginning of this game, and the Oni King doesn't recognize us. So, and then we also meet Campbell for the first time in this game, and Campbell doesn't recognize us. Which is awkward, because then it doesn't look like it's a proper sequel. It doesn't look like it's following along the events. Looks like the original game didn't happen. But then all of a sudden, every so often they'll say, "Oh, you might remember doing this before," like about an event. Like when you build the bridge over the river, it's like, "Oh, you probably already know how to do this from before." So they're kind of referencing like as if the original game happened. The worst one is Shizuka, because with Shizuka, the entire group goes, "Who is this lady? We've never seen her before." And then she goes, "My name's Shizuka." And then just in the same sentence that Hauser says, "We've never seen them before," I think Azul, straight after Azul says, "We should probably call you Princess Shizuka, because that's what you were called before, right?" And it's like, so Azul is saying that she was here before, but Azul wasn't here before. And everyone else is saying that she wasn't here before, but they were. Like, Hauser saw Shizuka in the original, but then says, "I have never seen this woman before." And then Azul wasn't in the original, and now Azul's in this one. And he's like, "Oh, Shizuka, you were a princess in the original Little King story, right?" In the same cutscene, they can't decide which way it is. Whether it's a completely new continuity where we've never met Shizuka before, which is what Hauser says, despite the fact that he's met her before, or whether it's a follow-along from the original, which is what Azul says, even though he wasn't there. Yeah, I mean, everyone in this game just clearly has a concussion. Right, pick a princess to come to the castle. I realised that I've probably got the volume on way too quiet. Oh my goodness, it is. Right, let's turn the volume up a little bit. I mean, I gave one the music. That's one of the options as like the good things in this game. So yeah, no, the game has a horrible identity crisis because they didn't know what it was. All Konami set out to do was to put a version of Little King Story on the Vita that would sell. And again, I think this is why they went the whole angle. They were like, well, do we try to sell it to the original fans who probably want a sequel, or do we try to sell it to new customers who haven't played Little King Story before and want to play it on the Vita without having played the original, you know? If we make a sequel, then people might think they have to play the original to play this one, and if they have a PS Vita, they might not have a Wii, so therefore they might not play this if it's a sequel. But then the original fans, if they hear that this is the same game again, they're not going to play this, because then they'd be playing this game they've already played before. How do we sell to both of them? I know! Let's pretend it's both! And then that's what they did. So they pretended it was a sequel so that the original fans would buy it, and they pretended it was a new version that doesn't need the original game so that new customers would buy it. It's just anything. Let's just say how long I need to go to bed. No problem. Have a good one. I hope you catch me next stream too. Hopefully next time things go a bit more right and we're not playing this garbage. Anyway. So, this is kind of what I want to show off. Let's get Verde out here. Oh, it's me? What? Me? Really? Oh, I forgot to show this. Oh, we should show... You know what? I'll show this in a little bit. Okay, I've got nothing to say. Be careful. They made a second version of the princess theme for some reason. Anyway, so say hello to Verde. Anyway, this is Verde. So, Verde here is being treated like a princess unit. That makes sense, because you take the princesses into the final battle and they become princess units, but Verde's just been the saving minister. Until this point, she has not been hireable. She has not been a unit. She has not been able to be in your party. Right? So therefore, her special ability, as we can see in the bottom left, is that she doesn't have one. And if we use the princess ability button, she even says, yeah, sorry, not gonna happen. So she can't do anything. But my gamers, do you remember me saying that the armor changes people's appearances in this game? Well, here's a funny thing. Remember when I said that princesses can wear armor? The princesses wearing armor in this game doesn't change their appearances in dialogue. So their portraits are still their original clothes. In fact, you even saw it there before when I selected Apricot. Apricot is wearing that Samba outfit, but her portrait still has her original outfit. It's like disconnected. But here's the thing. They thought that maybe we can make money out of this oversight. Or like not oversight, but like this like corner cutting. Maybe people want their in-game armor to reflect on the character portraits. When a princess wears some armor on her model, maybe people want that reflected on her dialogue portrait. I know, let's sell DLC armor that is so much more powerful that is exclusive to the princesses. And this DLC armor not only affects their model, but also reflects on their portrait. Because that way, people might... That gives it more worth than regular armor. It's not only more powerful, but it actually changes their portrait art. And they also made this for Verde. But here's the thing. You can't select Verde as a unit in this game. So you could buy, I think it was 5 different outfits for Verde, but because they are treated as armor, this is the only time you ever get to put them on her. You pay actual money to get outfits for this lady, and the only time that she's ever allowed to wear them is if you do her entire payslip record quest to unlock her at the end of the game, 30 hours in, then go to this menu here, and then go onto her, and then equip the armor that you bought. This is the only way to do it, I'm pretty sure. And the funny thing is, we can't even equip anything else right now. I'm pretty sure this is it. Now, I could be wrong because I've not played the DLC, but I do know someone who got their hands on it, and they said they couldn't actually figure out how to equip armor to Verde at all. Like, genuinely, like, they had the armor for Verde, but they couldn't figure out how to actually put it on her. I mean, we can't even do it here for some reason. Like, there's no, like, I can't even give her regular armor or anything, which I could do if I had another princess on me. I showed it earlier. I want to waste my money on a character I could recruit. Yeah, that's exactly it. You'd only see it if you could equip it here. I think maybe there's another way to do it, but I can't think because you can't select her anywhere else. And maybe the DLC has been dumped. If you were to emulate it, you probably could, but I don't condone that kind of thing. That would be illegal. I'm just saying I think it's something that is technically possible. If I understand correctly. But anyway, yeah. In fact, the fact that there's no clothes here almost makes me think, what if you can't equip Verde with armor at all? Because I can't even equip her with the regular stuff right now. So I wonder if the DLC just never... like, what if you just could never give it to her because of the technicalities of the way the game works? Anyway, so what can Verde do for us? Nothing. She is literally dead weight. The special character that you have to do a quest... like, the special character that you have to do a quest in order to have them in the final battle can't do anything. And potentially has DLC armor that she can't wear, or maybe can only wear in this instance one of those two options. Maybe. This is what I mean when I say this game is utterly terrible. This is an oversight that is just... maybe there is a way to equip it, and it's just like a special system, but I don't know. There's Azul swearing. Yeah, yeah. It couldn't have been too hard to give her an ability. Reuse one of the other princesses' animations. And then if they... then just, like... she just does, like, a generic boost or something. Oh, also, you know how I said that the Princess DLC can change her portrait art? Well... because it's the end of the game, she doesn't have any dialogue now, for a bit. She might have some at the very end, I'm not sure, but she doesn't have any dialogue right now. So... so you're not really going to see much of that either. Yeah, just make her a clone. We already did all this. Yeah, like, look, she's not in this cutscene. She's getting captured, but, maybe she says, like, one line. Oh, yeah, there was her line. She said, Kya, but it didn't show her dialogue, portrait art. So, yep, look, we're not seeing her portrait art. Oh, goodness. I don't know if I really want to do this full battle. Oh, by the way, the princesses have wedding outfits. For like, if you choose them to take them to the final battle, I think it unlocks a wedding outfit on all save files. Specifically for that princess, you get to use her wedding dress in every other save file you've made for the game. Because this is encouraging you to play this final boss 8 times in order to get all the wedding dresses. Anyway, this game is so laggy, I don't know if I want to do this final boss. I don't know if I have it in me to suffer through this. Look how slow this is. Also, the final boss is the only guy that has any kind of balance, because he has so much health. In fact, let me have a look. Does it show how much health he has? No. But he has like he has like a tanky amount of health, so you can actually use him. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I can be bothered doing this final fight. This is going to take forever. Because I can't do damage to him until Verde's broken out of. And look, this is the one part of the game where they decided, oh shoot, if it's a numbers go up game, maybe we need to make the enemies stronger too. Yeah, it's one of the few fights with thought put into it. But it is so much harder than everything else. Like, look how much longer this takes. But I almost wonder, did they make this harder on purpose that you'd buy the DLC weapons to stand a chance against him? Maybe I'm just being cynical, but like... Anyway, yeah, I don't know if I actually want to do the full final boss, because I already fought it on the channel. Yeah. The the original Chaos Final boss isn't perfect, but you can quick kill him on easy mode, so there is that. Oh, hey Ducky, I didn't mean to scare you, I was just giving you some strokes. I want to say hello to the people at home. Okay, very good, Duck. Give up for Duck Pancake, everybody. I kind of want to show maybe like one of the final princess quests, but that would involve actually doing the princess quests, as some of them are an actual pain. Ducky! Oh, we all love Duck around here. He is the best. What have we done this so far? I did put my cat on the mic to be fair. Oh yeah, this is the save file from just after the final boss from recently, yeah. So there is something I kind of want to show. It just depends how long it will take, because this game is so like... This is the thing. Okay, I actually quite like the idea of playing... Even if it's busted, even if the balance is broken, I quite like the idea of playing like a remixed version of Little King's Story, right? That sounds fun to me. Oh, I need to go to the suggestion box. Like even if it doesn't really make... Like, if the balancing's completely off... The idea of just playing a game that I'm so familiar with, like, but with, like, new twists... That's a fun idea. Like, I like playing, you know... like, newer Super Mario Bros. Wii, like, mods, you know? It's, like, familiar, but with a twist. I like that. But then, this game is bad. It's not even, like, fun to play in that sense. Like, there is some fun. Oh, there's another fun thing. The insta-kill, ninja stars also insta-kill bridges and stairs. So it, like, builds them instantly. But, like, the thing is that it's not actually... It's only fun for a little bit to see enemies die instantly. Like, think about, like there's mods that make the game busted but fun, you know, like silly. Like, Mario 64 with a shotgun, you know? But, like, in this game, it wears off real quick, because you just kind of watch enemies die super quickly from very little effort. And in order to do that anyway, like, in order to, like, you know, because of things like the item system, because of that, you spend a lot of time in menus equipping items, you know? Because think about it, if there's 3 slots per unit, then you could have 90 weapons and armor to equip, 90 items to equip to yourself, to make choices on equipping. So you spend less time playing the game because everything dies so quickly that you're spending less time doing stuff out there, you know? Less choices to make, you're just kind of going forwards, hitting A, things die, keep going. And then you're spending more time in menus, which is so much more boring. It's so much more boring to just pick, like, oh, I want to, you know, give this sword to this guy and this sword to this guy, you know? Just things like that. It's just, yeah. And that's what the game's balance becomes. Also, the story is much more intrusive. Like, there's so many more cutscenes that don't say anything. It's just so useless. So the ratio of the game is no longer a little bit of story, lots of gameplay, maybe a few too many menus. Instead it becomes lots and lots of bloated story that doesn't go anywhere because it's a new story about an evil guy, but there's no twists, but they keep talking. You then go to the game, and then it's all over really quickly because everything dies, and then you spend loads more time in menus equipping everything that you've gotten, and that's the ratio now. And by the way, I think the reason that the game actually has because me and Sanchez were saying, like, why is the story so bloated? The big twist, they keep trying to make twists out of the fact that the Devil King took over your castle. But then they keep trying to, like, oh, he manipulated this, or, oh, maybe there were multiple Devil Kings. Oh no, there's just one Devil King. Oh, maybe... And the reason they do this, I think, is just to make the characters talk more. Because this game was actually fully voice acted in Japan. And you will recognize the voice actors in the Japanese version. For some reason, they got some insanely high-profile voice actors for this game in Japan. For example, one of the characters is voiced by Pikachu's voice actress. As in, like, that Pikachu voice. So, because this game is fully voice acted in Japan, and they had all these, like, voice actors, they were like, oh shoot, this game doesn't have a lot of story in it, and we made the story even more simple. So therefore, how are we going to make the most of this all-star cast we've got? Let's just get every excuse to make all the characters talk all the time. And that's what they did, and now the characters just never shut up. Yes, I am serious. There are some big names in this one. The funniest part is, you know how Azul kind of looks like Virgil from Devil May Cry? One of Virgil's voice actors from Devil May Cry actually voices Azul. So there you go. It does make sense, doesn't it? Yeah, like, I think Asuka from Tekken, her voice actress is one of them. Someone from... Several of them voice characters in Persona, several of them voice characters in Yakuza. Yeah. Anyway, what am I doing again? Oh, I remember. Devil could weep. I like that a lot. Oh, this game erodes my brain so fast, I always forget. Holy moly. Oh. Okay, let's see if I can get this to... Let's see, if I talk to a merchant... Hey. There we go, okay. So, do you know how in the original Little King story you have to talk to merchants to get item, like a couple items, but also to get a jewel for Princess Iris's quest? And in the original Little King story, the jewel quest was bugged, so you could only do it on one save file and then never again. And to do that quest again, you have to reset all of your data for Little King story. Well, in this game they actually did patch that. So you can now do the jewel quest on multiple save files, not just your first one. So here we go, gathering the Round Marine, the infamous Round Marine. It's caused so many headaches. Why couldn't I get this from talking to merchants? Firstly, you need 5 merchants to do it. Oh my gosh, there's a tree that was here in the original and it's still there, but it's invisible. My goodness. You need 5 merchants to do it, to start with. It also has to be after 10, yeah. There you go, we're up to 7 positive things about NLKS. But yeah, it has to be after 10 AM, you have to have 5 merchants. And that's how you get items from and it has to be your merchants that you talk to. So that's
Yes.
Immediately we need to do some tax collecting. What was I saying? Anyway, yeah, that's why. The reason you couldn't get it is probably because your older brother played the game first and did that quest, and therefore, because the original game had that bug, you therefore can't beat it yourself. So there's that. But we can do it multiple times, which means, because this isn't a very long quest at all, we can actually show how they changed the ending to this quest in this one. So that's something. I'm trying to remember from memory where all 7 of them are. We've got 2 of them. There's a 3rd one over here. There's a 4th one near the mines. And then a 5th and a 6th you have to tax collect for. I'm trying to remember which buildings it was. I know this game off by heart. It's quite impressive that I've only actually ever done the quest, the dual quest on the original game, like, fully once because of that bug. But... Oh, sorry, twice. I've done it twice. But I do know the locations of all of them by heart. There we go, there's that one. I knew it was one of these. A hypothetical community patch broadcast would actually be really fun. Of course I do. Why would I memorize things that could, you know, get me, you know, further in life? I could memorize things like this. Yep, it's this one. That's where the blue one is. And the final one's just around this corner. Got to head up. Thank you, yeah. Take care, Larry. Yeah, final one's here. Cool. Aww. Thanks, bud. Anyway, we have all the jewels, so therefore 1 gem left. There you go. When you have the obsessing over a piece of media autism instead of being capable in life autism. So true. So, 1 Kingstone left. I got this from Lord Savage when he proposed me long ago. There was a rooks at the top of the Majara, so it might be around there. Look for it. Iris. So this is like what... This is copying Fernay's thing. What did you miss? We just did the jewel quest that originally Fernay had, but Fernay in this game was replaced with Iris, so now it's Iris's jewel quest. Anyway, so she says 1 gem left, got this from Lord Savage when he proposed, there was a ruckus, so it's probably over there. This is for the Dynamond. Now, let's go and talk to her, see if she has any dialogue.
Majesty.
Good luck collecting the jewels. Right now you have 6 of them. 1 left to go. Oh. So in the original, at this point, if you talk to Fernay, she actually reveals a bit of extra lore, where she says that she threw the gem from the top of Sobermanjaro just before she was kidnapped in order to stop Long Savage from getting his hands on it. Now, you might remember... What's her reason for wanting them? I don't know. She's Iris, dude. So you might remember it in the original. Once you get all the gems, you have to chase Long Savage up and down the mountain because he is standing on his hands, running around, and he has the jewel in his feet. You know, he's holding it with his feet, and he's running away from you. And you need to, you know, trap him in a corner using your army in order to get it back. And then once you get it back, Fernay gives you a hug, similar to the hug that Cremia gives Link in Majora's Mask, I'll say that much. And then you get the Dynamond, and then you can change the jewel on your staff. Now, we're kind of doing the exact same quest, except for the lore now isn't there. But you might remember that at the end of Long Savage's battle, he doesn't end up on his hands. In fact, when we returned here later, Long Sauvage is no longer here anymore. He completely disappears from the game. Oh, hello. He completely disappears from the game. Like, he's gone. And instead of doing the, like, oh, the world is upside down thing, instead Azul shows up in a dress, and he goes, a man wearing a dress, and then explodes. So, so like, what happens now when we go to Manjaro, when there's no Long Sauvage to chase? What happens? Also, what happens to us? We don't have a scepter because we have a sword now. Look at our sword. Well, the most disappointing answer possible to both of those questions. Did I not accept the quest? I forgot to accept the quest. Whoops. The suspense fills me with dread. I think I actually just didn't accept the quest for some reason. I'm so sorry. That might be why her dialogue's different. Let me double check then. Okay, cool. Now that we have that, let's go talk to her. See if she has any different dialogue. There's one more Kingstone location. Where is it? Hold up a sec. When I was captured in the column, Lord Sauvage was carrying a jewel to give to someone. That jewel could be... Where is it now? Huh, I see. There was that clowning around with Long Sauvage. So it might be at the foot of the mountain. Okay. So it's no longer the whole, like, I threw it off the mountain. It's just Long Sauvage had it to give to someone, I suppose. Right, let's try this again. Round 2.
Finally.
Yes, sir.
That stock crow sound effect's also in the original game. Oh, here it is, everyone. And he runs up and he just finds it. That's it. There we go. That's the quest. That's where it was. This one is beautiful. Okay, this is for you. It's called a Kingstone. And this is my thanks to you for letting go of the jewels, but I don't know if it will be of any use to you. And it's a kiss. Not a hug. Thanks! And that's it. That's the quest. And no, you don't get to use the jewels to change the colour of anything. We're done. We're just... that's it. So that's fun. Most of the rest of the other quests are the same. Oh, except you know how Martel has a car ride around the battlements around the castle, like on the castle walls. In this one, because it's Karina, she doesn't have the driver. It just skips driving around that bit, and you're just stood on the battle wall, the castle walls, and then you just like have a chit chat, and then you're done. I would show Karina's, but the problem with Karina's is that it would involve grinding for... How long would it take? 3, 6, 12... It would involve grinding for like 18 hours in order to show Karina's final quest. But I did record footage of it off stream. So I will probably upload that to the Mr. M channel at some point. I plan to try and show every princess quest and finale on the Mr. M channel. I just haven't gotten around to it. So, there you go. What a game. Hello, person in maid dress and a bear hat. Isn't it weird that there's an access interior between the main castle and the other one for the princess when both buildings don't touch each other? Yeah, it is weird. And it's also useless, because if you use it to go into the princess manor and hire a princess, you don't have your royal guard on you, because that's outside. And then if you go to fetch your royal guard, then the princess runs away from you. And then you have to go back into Princess Manor to get the princess anyway. What a game, what a game, what a mighty bad game. It's just not very good. The script for it is 2 hours long so far, by the way. I'm just about finishing the script up. The script has ended up being about 2 hours long. And the reason for that is partially because the story's really bloated and has all those cutscenes that it doesn't need. And I felt like if I wrote the script without including every single cutscene, that's like all these useless cutscenes, it wouldn't give a good representation of just how bloated the game is. Like like you as the audience need to experience just how much nothing there is to understand it on the same level that I do, having played it. I'm just on the gameplay section. I'm just finishing up writing about like all these broken abilities, and then like what challenges do you actually use them for? Not that many. Like the boss fights don't offer much of a challenge. So yeah. Yeah. It's just there. I mean, it was a little useful for me to quickly check a dialogue just now, but like barely. You gotta go real quick. That's alright. I don't know if we're gonna go much longer. See you, man. I don't know how much longer this is gonna go, cause yeah. Most. I mean, originally I was going to blind react to most of the DLC quests on stream, and then I did them off stream, and they weren't that much. It's not DLC, like endgame quests, and then they ended up being not that different. So, you know. See ya. Maybe we should play more Fez. Although one time I played Fez on stream for a little bit. I just didn't want to play this game anymore. That was pretty funny. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So the new Little King story video, that's kind of the main priority right now, but it is long, so it is just taking forever. After that, generally this year, I just want to focus on generally this year I want to focus on videos that answer questions people have had, you know? Like some people have certain questions about Little King story, and I want to answer them. So one of the main ones is like, what's new Little King story? I've heard about it, but I don't know anything, so therefore doing that video. A lot of people ask, what's up with the ending? What does it all mean? Does this happen? Does that happen? So one of them, so I'm gonna, I've started pre-production on a video on explaining the plot of Little King story, which will follow up explaining the lore of Little King story. It'll be like a part 2, but it'll be structured a bit different. I'll be talking kind of like this in a way, like, well, scripted, but I'll refer to myself. It's not cinematic. It's just me talking about the game. And then we'll do something like that, but talking about the ending and everything that it means. It's a bit more speculative compared to the one that's talking about sort of what the story's meaning is, because I think that's a bit more concrete. But I think both of them are fairly grounded. So those are some questions. And then also people have questions like, why can't I finish the final jewel quest? How come it breaks all the time? Which I answered on stream here today, but people ask that. People ask, what is Shish Kebabu's airborne news? Shish Kebabu sends airborne news where he talks about something beyond, like, south of the Twirling Valley between the three rocks. What is Shish Kebabu talking about? So, in a video, I'm going to answer that. Some people wonder what some of the item descriptions do. There's well, actually, the last three examples are probably going to be all in the same video. I say probably. They are all in the same video. I've written the script for that video. I've completely written the script about the items in that game. In Little King Story. What are the major questions? It's not really a question, but like a lot of people quit Little King Story early, like at the beginning of the game. So there's gonna be a video on that hopefully. Why are the stairs so busted? I have half scripted why are the stairs so busted, but then at the end it got a bit technical and we don't have all of the knowledge of Little King Story's code in order to answer why the stairs are a bit broken. So there you go. But yeah, in general, I like answering questions about RKS because I'm the most prepared, most equipped person to do it. But, yeah. Oh, and I also have, like, stream ideas I want to do. I really was hoping to do the Tyrant Mode streams. I was, like, really looking forward to it. I've thought of some ways to maybe try and fix that. And I will try and fix that at some point. So that we can do that, because I think it would be really fun. There's also another stream that will, well, probably a stream that will be about grinding, essentially. Like, what's the most powerful you can get before Oni King if you were to grind? Which is, I thought, might as well make that a stream. But it will depend whether I can run the game or not. So, there you go. That's kind of sort of the upcoming stuff that I'm hoping to do. But I've gotten quite caught up on the new Little King Story video. Anyway, I think we're about to wrap this up. Thank you all for joining me on Little King Story's anniversary, for the 16th anniversary. Sorry that it wasn't as much of an event as the last couple of years, but I did use a lot of energy on those years and a lot of ideas. And I started to run out of ideas. Hey Bedrock, about to leave. Sorry about that. But yeah, I just didn't want to force a bigger event this year if I didn't have it in me. I didn't have the ideas and I didn't have the resources really all the time. But I still love Little King Story and I really do want to do a lot of the ideas I have for it. So they'll come when they come. But thank you for joining me here today. It's just really cool to see so many names in the chat today that I recognise. And I'm glad it was fun, even though I wasn't. We played the wrong game. It's a very Mazarelux thing to do, isn't it? To play the wrong game. Oh, by the way, I was in a Mazarelux video recently. Hold on. I've been in a few of his recently, but this one is like freaking incredible. You guys, I had so much fun with this one, so I'm going to send it in chat. But there you go. There's a link to Maze's recent video that I was in. That was a lot of fun. I was also in this, actually. I might as well share this one, because I also had the privilege of being part of this one too. What happens with Verde in this game? She just kind of hates Korobo for loving other women. And at the very end, she has this awkward moment where she's like, Korobo, I want to tell you something. No, it's nothing. I would never feel affection for you. Why would you say that? Go away. No, come back. And it's just like, okay. And then you can have her in your army at the very end, but she doesn't do anything. Unlike Iris here, who does this. So yeah. Anyway, if you want more deadweight, there's 2 videos for you.
Already done?
I think the first one is one of
Call
my
me back
favorites.
sometime.
So, probably, but yeah, let's wrap this up. I think this has gone on long enough. I've shown off some of the stuff I wanted to show off. Thanks for joining me for more New Little King Story, even if it wasn't what we wanted. I hope to see you in the New Little King Story video sooner rather than later. Fingers crossed. And I hope you look forward to all the other content I'm hoping to have planned for Little King Story this year. It would be cool if we got through some of it.